All right, what's up, everyone? It's Bismo here. There have been some crazy reports today for some news to the Heir to the Empire Dave Filoni movie. So we're going to take a look at that, speculate, and kind of just talk about what's going on. So let's take a look. All right, we've got an article here from Giant Freaking Robot. Exclusive Dave Filoni Star Wars movie recasting Princess Leia, Alden Ehrenreich. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Returning as Han Solo. So we're going to have Leia, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker. Are you kidding me? The trio, the OG trio is back, baby. It's back. But let's take a look at what they have to say, though, because I'm curious. I'm curious that they're not using deepfake, but I want to see if there's any reason here. So, exclusively learned that Dave Filoni's upcoming Star Wars film will see the return of Alden and as Han Solo and the recasting of Leia Organa. In 2018, prequel Solo Star Wars story, which I know a lot of people don't like that movie. I was okay with it. I wish we saw the other films of that. I just think it was released at a poor time, 5 months after The Last Jedi. Like, why not just put it in December? But is the most heavily embraced, but yada yada. Our trusted and proven sources tell us that Alden will reprise his role as Han Solo in Dave Filoni's upcoming Star Wars movie. We've also learned that Leia Organa, the role originated by the late Carrie Fisher, will also appear in the film, and the part will be recast. They should just have her daughter do that. Also, I'm wearing a hat and it's like taking out my head. What's going on here? Capsule Court Pap has got to go, I guess. Regardless of Solo's underperformance, Alden return makes sense from what we already know about Dave Filoni's live-action feature directorial debut in the franchise. We know the film will take place in the New Republic era between the timeline of the original trilogy and the most recent sequel trilogy. Both Han Solo and Leia are still alive in this period. Harrison Ford has been clearly has no intention of returning to the first role to make him famous, which, I mean, he's getting up there. I understand it, but can't they just sign off and do deepfake? I mean, I like both. I actually did like Alden's acting. Honestly, it's probably fine, but it sounds like we're gonna have a mix of deepfake with Luke and maybe some not deepfake, but maybe they'll still use deepfake but just use them. I don't know. Well, we know Alden will be in the film and Leia will be recast. We don't know how big their parts in the movie will prove to be. Speaking to Entertainment Weekly in April, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau made statements hinting the future will be an event akin to Avengers. I've been calling this forever. It's gonna be like the end game. That is gonna be an end game. I mean, we're gonna have Ahsoka, Sabine, Din Djarin, Bo-Katan, Han, Luke, Leia, the rest of the Ghost crew, maybe Captain Rex, and more, all in this. It's gonna be crazy. Okay, declaring of character sayings. How do I get in this picture? And it sounds like they're still working out the exact details because they still have some time. The implication seems to be that Dave Filoni could be bringing in characters from most of all of our current or completed Disney Plus series. Yep, New Republic, Mandalorian, Book of Boba, Ahsoka, and Skeleton Crew. Considering the extended lifeline of certain alien species along with Star Wars chant for resurrection, we could possibly see characters popping from Andor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, or the prequel films, even Acolyte. Yeah, potentially Acolyte. I mean, in Jedi Survivor, I forget the name of it, but Ravis, he was like 1,000 years old, you know? And the thing with Star Wars aging is, like, we're in a whole other galaxy. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, this person, you know, shouldn't exist. Like, it's literally in a whole other galaxy. Who's to say aging is the same? And who freaking cares? If it makes sense, put them in. Then there's many animated characters waiting to be transferred to live action, something Dave Filoni is intimately familiar with as the showrunner for the Clone Wars, which Clone Wars is peak Star Wars. If you haven't watched that, you gotta watch that. Also, I'm gonna be rewatching Rebels to get ready for Ahsoka. I think that's the play. Filoni has hinted we could even see non-canonical characters from other media pop up in the film, and there's always the officially canonical Star Wars comics and novels published after Disney's acquisition of Lucasfilm. For example, the Wookiee Black Chrysanthemum, who made his live-action debut in the Book of Boba, appeared in Marvel's 2015 Darth Vader comic. I didn't know that. I did hear he was in some kind of, but I didn't know exactly. That's super cool. There's a little bit more here. When Alden first played a younger Han Solo in 2018, the film proved to be the first Star Wars flop. Well, it's not the film itself, it's when it was released. We could debate on that later. The film is okay. I think if it wasn't released literally 5 months after a Star Wars movie and a divisive Star Wars movie and that, whether you like it or not, Star Wars The Last Jedi is divisive. I'm not here to like debate that, and I'm not saying whether I liked it or not, but with a production budget of approximately only $300 million, not to mention undisclosed marketing budget, Solo failed to break even. Critics were relatively unimpressed with the story, though there were a few complaints about the cast and Donald Glover's turn as Lando Calrissian proved to be a standout. Yeah, I really enjoyed seeing Lando as played by Donald Glover. I'm a big fan of his music too. It's nice to see him as an actor as well. Very good actor. But that's where the article ends. But wow, this is just really big, obviously really big news. Like, for Heir to the Empire to have this potential, you know, we've got just this Avengers Endgame-esque type movie where I mean, it's tough to say what shows will be done before that. Will there be like Ahsoka season 2 before this, or will it just be Mando? So we're gonna have Ahsoka this August. We're gonna still have Skeleton Crew. Acolyte will come out, but that's like a very much prequel. So I mean, they said characters could be in it, but it's not gonna affect the story that much. But we'll have Ahsoka, Skeleton Crew of like similar timeline, and then the Mandalorian season 4, and then that movie is either kind of come out right after that, or we could see potentially an Ahsoka season 2 before it. I kind of wanted to just get into the movie, and we could do more seasons after. But yeah. So I would expect Ahsoka to kind of be the lead with Luke. We don't know if he'd be deep faked, but he's already been deep faked the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. But now Han and Leia, the trio. Hopefully Donald Glover comes back to play Lando in it. That would be great. We can see Chewbacca. That would be so great too. Chewbacca, just everyone getting brought back together, along with a lot of new characters. Din Djarin, Grogu helping out the squad, Bo-Katan in the mix, you know, clan of 3 all the way to go against Thrawn. And, you know, I really hope that with Thrawn in this Ahsoka show, we get more introduction to more villains as well, or more characters on that side. I mean, we've got a glimpse of Thrawn, we've got Shin, Hati, Balin Skull, fortunate passing of Ray Stevenson, which also I don't know if he would be in that movie or not without deepfake, but I hope his character is served right. But I hope to see characters like Pelion, which we already did see in Mando season 3, which was cool. But how about like Eli Vanto from the canon Thrawn books? Well, hopefully he plays a role in either Ahsoka or in this movie to come as well. He's also a great, a smart tactician for the Empire. Kind of an anti-hero like Thrawn, where he's not completely nefarious, but he would be on the opposition of the good guys we're rooting for, though. You know, good is just a perspective, am I right? You know, who's to say you can't root for the bad guys in a TV show? So I don't know. I'm a big fan of Thrawn. Definitely a big fan of Ahsoka as well. But yeah, all I got, like, this is where the fun begins. I was not expecting, I was not expecting to, scroll Twitter and see multiple sources basically say Han and Leia are back. We can kind of guess if they're back. We already have Luke back, so the trio's back. Bo-Katan, Din, Ahsoka, Sabine, Ezra. Just that lineup is insane versus Thrawn and whoever. That's what I'm hoping for. We get another like dark side force user. That would be just insane to go with that. And it's fun that it's far out, but it's also like, oh, it's so far out, but we've got so much time to speculate on it. I gotta say, with this coming out this early though, I hope not too many spoilers come out of like what's actually happening in the film, because I do want to have some sense of surprises. But yeah, if you like this news, make sure to smash a like and subscribe for more videos like this. And yeah, I hope you're having a great day, everyone. May the force be with you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, everyone.